30 seconds to go here until the start of the second 49er FX Junior World Championship Theater race. We've got Ida Nielsen, Denmark 11 in first place. And we've got Annemiek Beckering in second place. She is 15 points behind, and there's a maximum of 2 races left, so there's only a maximum of 18 points. On her hip is Jule Gerge. Oh no, that's the Wiedemeyer sisters, Germany 369. Looks like Beckering here is going to win this start. Let's go. Nice start from Beckering, nice start from Wiedemeyer, nice start at the windward end there from Denmark 11. Quintero, Spain 18, having to tack out. There we've got Lotte Gerge. Jule and Lotte Gerge, the Gerge sisters, Germany 8-10, rolling the Wiedemeyer sisters. They're in a pretty tight battle for second, third, and fourth place. So what we've got is we've got Beckering here, Netherlands 110 on 53 points. Gerge sisters, Germany 8-10 on 56 points. And 2 races possible to go. You can see just a little bit of rounding up there. And Beckering's looking good. Just keeping an eye here on Nielsen and Olsen. That's Denmark 11. They've got a great lane over top. If they come 7th or better in this race, they'll have locked up the championship. So from the position they're in now, it's looking good. Be a really short race here. We've been waiting for a few hours to get racing in. We did 1 race, and then the wind's done about 2 360s in a row, and it's been pretty ugly. But now this race is looking all right. Estonians here. And then on the far side, way to the far side, is the Agerup sisters, Norway 888, and Quintero from Spain. And then Payne and Orton from GBR 196. They're heading out to the far right side. They're in the sun, we're all in the shade. It's been quite a few squalls. Just going to pan over here. Nielsen and Olsen tack inside, lead the entire pack back. The entire pack, stick to the left side. The entire pack there all decided to tack basically at once, and Nielsen and Olsen closed all the lanes down and are in a really controlling position of this race. Beautiful crew work from those two, and great strategy. Just tack on top of the fleet. Beckering and Blom, Netherlands 110, stuck on the hip of Nielsen and Olsen, and Nielsen and Olsen are going to be first round this windward mark, and looks like they're going to be able to win this regatta in style. The wind's been so unstable, we haven't set the boundaries, which is changes the game a little bit, but the sailors can adapt. It's a relatively short course, as you can see, as Nielsen and Olsen are now double trapping as they go in for their final tacks. There they go. And they'll be setting right towards us. Nice set from those two. Beckering, oh, a little bit of chicken. So, okay, so second place was Beckering and Blom. Third place, Estonia. They've recovered nicely from not the best start. Managed to undertack the pack there and cut some clear wind at Estonia. Brits round in 4th. And then we've got Quintero, also without the best start, but she tacked out early. She's in this blue spinnaker, that's Spain 18, in 5th. Jibe setting, Norwegians, Agerup, Gerge sisters, 810 coming out here. Everyone's going for their jibes now. Just go like this, it's fine. Got a little bit of a battle here with the Estonians and Kantero. Cameraman's pointing out Wiedemeyer's rolling Kiwis. 3 pairs of sisters in this race. Gerga, Agerup, and Wiedemeyer. Back of the front of the pack, we've got Nielsen and Olsen just dropping for that leeward gate. Receiving a few cat calls from the spectators. We can probably hear, I don't know if you can. And let's see if Beckering is aggressive at all or if she just follows around knowing that it's over. Beckering is in a tight battle with the Gergas. So she'll be looking to have a solid result there and wrap up the silver medal. It was almost wrapped up before the day started. She was 24 points behind Nielsen to start the day, so that would be a little bit greedy to expect to pull all that back. She won the first race, while Nielsen and Olsen were last. Look at this action coming into the leeward mark. Gerga sisters caught up. They passed 5 boats on that run to round 3rd. Going around the far side, Agerup sisters, Norway 888. The Estonians having a challenge on the rounding. They're on the outside lane. That's not great. We've got a whistle from a red flag from the umpires. I'm not sure. Oh, they're singling out the Wiedemeyers. Wiedemeyer sisters having to do a spin. And looks like Orton has been caught out here. She was 5th around the windward mark, and she's all the way down to 9th now. So that's a shame. Estonians have actually done relatively well around the outside of the pinwheel here. Kept their lane, and everyone behind them is tacked out, so they can now actually tack and cover if they want, or just stay in their lane. Gerga sisters had a frustrating, we had an abandoned race in between, and they were deep in there. A lot of pressure on them in this regatta. And they go for their tack, playing it pretty conservative now. Does look like they're heading towards a puff, and if we look here, the Estonians have some nice pressure too, but there's not that far to go, so not that much risk. Gerga's clipped back in. Pretty shifty, you can see how much it's bouncing around. Actually, the Gergas are down angle there. At the leading bunch, we've got Beckering has closed in a lot on Nielsen Olsen. We're shooting straight into the sun, unfortunately, so I'm going to pan away in a second, but those two are locked right in. On the far side, we've got the mid-pack. It's pretty tightly bunched. They're actually very tightly bunched in the standings. If you want to jot down a pen, we've got the Kiwis on 90 points. That's Dawson. Estonians, Sepp on 93 points, winning the tie break over Kantero on 93 points, followed by the Brits, Payne on 97 points. So mid-pack, there's a lot to play for as well. Those are fighting for positions 6th through 9th. Looks to me like of that pack, it's the Kiwis who are Kiwis and Estonians. Estonians actually are going to take it here. We can see Nielsen's gained quite a few boat lengths at the end of that beat, and she is rounded. All she has to do now is sail through the finish line to wrap this up. As Nielsen Olsen sail away, we've got trouble on board with Beckering and Blom. Must be a knot in the retrieval line, that's my guess, as Deutsch, the Beckering's crew, is crouched in the middle of the boat with her head probably her teeth, trying to undo a knot. Yeah, she's really struggling there as the Gerga sisters rounded in 3rd and will quickly move into 2nd. There, Deutsch has got it. Hauls on that spinnaker, it's all full of water, but she's muscles it up. Let's see if the Gerga sisters can get through. Look at that. Just in time to hold the position as Beckering and Deutsch just hold on, and the Gerga sisters have to fight to stay up on lane. Sepp right on their tail. followed by Agerup here, Norway 97. Here we've got Dawson. Dawson needs to pass Sepp here to gain a place. Of course, we do have one race left on the schedule. It'll be interesting to see what the race committee does. I can see over my shoulder the 49ers are on their way out, so it may well be that this is the final race of the regatta. So these girls all fight for their jibes right on the outside. Gurgas go first. Let's see if no, I don't think Agerup's going to be able to hold that lane and roll the Gurgas. I can see my drone pilot here just getting ready to start flying, so I'll take over the helm. Sorry for the shakiness. Way down in front. Try and zoom in a bit. That's our regatta winners. Nielsen and Olsen. Just sheer class in this race. And they're through. They've won. We're too far away to hear them shouting, which no doubt they are. Big win for those two. But there's still lots happening in this race. Estonians putting some pressure on Beckering and Blom. Meanwhile, yeah, Beckering and Blom look like to me like they've lost out here. We've got the Gurga sisters sailing really nicely here. They're a little bit high at the finish, so they're not quite going to make it, but they're close. Actually, the Beckering and Blom have just, the Estonians have just fallen into their wake, so Gurga through in second place. That'll move them into second place overall. Actually, will it? No, it won't. If Beckering can hold this, then she'll have taken second overall. Gurga will be in third. Beckering gets through in third. Agerup in fourth. This is Sepp in fifth. That'll move her up into sixth place overall, possibly seventh. And then we've got Dawson. Oh, Wiedemeyer's are going to come through and take a place over over Payne, right at the finish. And then we've got there's a few 49ers in the background adding Spinnakers, and then we've got Cantero, followed by Gautham. That's race 2. My guess is it's the final one. Let's quickly go catch up with our champions.